What's up, guys, and how is everybody doing out there? I hope everybody is doing well. Thanks for stopping in, checking out my channel. You guys, today I want to talk about something I've seen going on here with YouTube channels. I don't watch a lot of other vloggers out there. I watch a handful. Most of them are just friends here in Angeles City that I follow and communicate with. But I don't watch a lot. And I know a lot of people that aren't here, they watch every YouTube channel or most every YouTube channel that's going on here in the Philippines. They like to follow what's going on. They miss being here. They love seeing it. But this was brought to my attention about a week ago. And I'm like, let me check into this. Let me see what's going on. A YouTube channel called Sunshine Shoulders. Calvin is his name. I've stumbled across his videos. I don't really watch them because I'm here. I live here. But evidently what happened was about a week ago, he was given a subpoena by the N.B.I. Written letter. You need to appear. And I know what that's like. I myself have not been subpoenaed or given a letter by the N.B.I, the PMP. However, I did have the barangay show up at my house a few months back, and they said, the DSWD would like to speak to you. Now, they didn't serve me no papers, but the fact that they were knocking at my door made me worry. And I can understand Calvin, how he's saying he was worried about it, and how can it not worry you? What are these charges? Who's giving me these charges? So I didn't get a piece of paper, but I told my wife, I said, listen, let's go find out what's going on. Let's take that first step and find out. So we went up to the DSWD to find out what was going on. And here all it was they wanted to know how they could help Lut's family that was down in Siargao during the typhoon, how they could help the family. But I understand what it's like to have that fear, and it's fear. DSWD is knocking at my door. The N.B.I is knocking at my door. PNP is knocking at my door. I know that fear. So evidently he got issued this summons to appear. And now I just watched the other video, his latest video. I went to my interview with the N.B.I Philippines today, and I'm glad it's over. They're not going to call you in without doing an investigation first. So according to what he was saying, he went in there, they had a stack of papers. They talked about the case. They did realize that these were false allegations. And these are the things YouTubers have to deal with. I know it's easy for people to sit back and say, ignore the trolls, ignore the trolls. Yes, I ignore trolls. All channels have trolls, no matter big or small, they have trolls. And I always say, you know what? If you don't like the channel, it's very simple. Don't watch the channel. But anyways, you know what? That's the thing. The N.B.I comes knocking on your door. PMP comes knocking at your door. You better show up. They're coming to your door for a reason. I remember I had a guy, this was years ago. He wrote me this letter, email. It was an ugly email. He was trashing me. He was bashing me. He was bashing my family. So I'm like, all right, no problem. Ran an IP address check on him. Found out he lived in Boston. He used his real name on YouTube to trash me. Went on Facebook. Ran him on Facebook. Oh, this guy works in Boston. Matter of fact, he works for a federal government agency. For 20 years, he has time invested. He has a pension invested. Okay, I got it. Wrote him an email back. I said, hey, you're so-and-so. You work here for the federal government. There's your Facebook page. If you do not quit harassing me, I will report it to your supervisors that you're doing online harassment and bullying. Never heard a word from him. Never heard another comment from him. Never got a nasty email from him. So there are ways to find out who some of these trolls are. Now, they will use fake names, like a Corey Feldman. Come on, Corey Feldman. You know that's a fake name. And after everything was done and said, after listening to this, Calvin talk about it, they know it's fake. They know it's made up. They know it's false allegations. And the sad part is, why can't people turn around and file a case against another person making false allegations? This evidently went to the cybercrime division. My advice too, like he said, if you're ever issued a summons from the N.B.I, the PNP, DSWD like me, appear. Appear. If you've done nothing wrong, appear. What do you have to hide? Even on local level, like my neighbors could turn around and say, hey, I'm mad at you because you play your music so loud and, we need to talk about this, or, you said this or did that or whatever. You got to appear. By blowing these things off, it will only get worse for you. But you know what? I respect him for putting it out there to his subscribers. Hey, here's what's going on. Here's what they're saying. Here's what they're accusing me of. And like I said, I don't watch Calvin and Sunshine Shoulders. This only came to me because somebody sent me a message. And here's the thing. Somebody sent me an email and they even asked me, hey, did you see that Calvin was, got a letter to appear from the N.B.I? Have you ever received anything like this? Should I be worried? Should you? And here's the sad part. These people they're YouTubers, great couple, and they're starting out here. They're doing pretty good here, YouTube-wise, and they're worried. And it's like, if you've done nothing wrong, don't worry about it. But they see how these trolls, that's what they are, these trolls, attack other channels and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Like Calvin was saying too, listen, I'm going to report you for not paying taxes. Guys, unless you set it up through YouTube and Google AdSense, not YouTube, but Google AdSense, you are getting taxed from Google in the United States of America. Like I get one. Now, if you're here in the Philippines, you register as a Filipino YouTuber, then yes, a year or two back, they had it to where you had to let them know where you were registered in, how to get a TIN number, you had to fill all this paperwork out, so they knew, okay, you're in the Philippines, you are required now to pay the Philippine tax. Not only that, YouTube would take a percentage. But if you're not registered here, you get a 1099 from Google AdSense every year. I get one. I'm sure Calvin gets one. I'm sure everybody that's here from the United States that is YouTubing here gets a 1099. Now, it's up to you to pay your taxes on that 1099. So people sitting there saying, oh, you should pay Philippine taxes and you should pay Philippine taxes. Yes, if you're registered here in the Philippines and you're registered through Google AdSense of being a business here in the Philippines, you're required to pay Philippine taxes. If you're not, and you're getting a 1099 every year, you pay back in the United States. Simple as that. And I know people are going to say, that's not true, that's not true. Okay. All I got to say to you is, okay. But there are people out there, they love to take a law that's 50 pages long, find a tiny little paragraph in there and say, oh, it applies to you. You're breaking the law. Okay, you're a lawyer. You're a lawyer. But yeah, I got people that have sent me saying, oh, you walk down Walking Street. You're promoting human trafficking. What this lawyer that's sitting behind his desk at home or wherever is taking a tiny, tiny little paragraph out of a 50-page law and saying, oh, that applies to you. I get them. Everybody gets them. My thing is, don't feed into them. If you're a channel, don't feed into them. I can respect Calvin for coming out there and saying, hey, this is what they're accusing me of. These are false allegations. And he came out and he let his subscribers know what was going on. And then did a follow-up video. But guys, YouTubers deal with this all the time. They deal with it all the time. I guess it's part of the business, right? But I kudos to him. And you know what? I'll probably even get some hate for doing this video. You know, how could you stick up for Calvin? How can you do this? How can you do that? He just proved that these allegations against him were false. That's all he could do. You know, why doesn't YouTube come in there and shut a channel down for hate, for, you know, trolling, for this, for that, for this, for that? I don't know. I guess if YouTube sees that channel breaking their bylaws or their laws of YouTube, well, then they can shut it down. But there's freedom of speech, guys. There's freedom of speech. You see it all the time. This person doesn't like this person. This person doesn't like... It's freedom of speech. That's all it is. But yeah, this is something we deal with all the time. And if you're a small YouTuber out there and you're saying, you know what, I just want to just be kind of neutral and, you know, just show my everyday life and not do it, I can guarantee you, give it time, you're going to have trolls come after you. They just have nothing better to do. They have nothing better to do. But anyways, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. Because like I said, there were a lot of people that were following this. And me getting an email from a very nice couple that is, I won't mention their name, that has started out here and they're doing very well. Even they were a little, they're concerned. It's like, am I going to come here to the Philippines, have to deal with all this? But then again, I have seen a guy on YouTube, on his YouTube channel say, I'm an overstayer. Yep, I am an overstayer. Well, why would you say that? Why would you tell the world that you're breaking the law here in the Philippines and put your face out there? Another thing, guys, we are not, and I'm not, but there are people out there that they're the Philippine police for expats here. You're an overstayer. I'm reporting you. You're an overstayer. I'm reporting you. I'm not here. That's not my job. That's not my job. But they think it makes them feel good. And other people could say, well, I pay my, every 2 months, every 6 months to stay here. Good for you, as you should. But it's not my job to report somebody that's an overstayer here. You know how many overstayers are here? I know some. In this area. They don't bother anybody. They have a wife. They have a kid. They're not breaking the law. They just decided, you know what? There's nothing for me back home, wherever I come from. No family, no home, no job, no nothing. I'm not going anywhere. But that's on them. That's on them. It's not for me to rat them out. Another thing I've seen is with Calvin and Sunshine Shoulders, I've seen some people were, saying, oh, he did this or he did that or he did this. I don't know. Where's your proof? Where's your proof? But anyways, that's my 2 cents. And Sunshine Shoulders, more power to you for winning. As you said, you won. The bad guys lost. You won. Remember Charlie Sheen? I know a lot of people like, I hate Charlie Sheen. Remember Charlie Sheen? Winning. Winning. Maybe Calvin has some of that dragon blood in him. You guys remember Charlie Sheen and dragon blood? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Leave some comments below. If you're a hater, leave the comment below so I can remove you from making any more comments. That's the great part of running a channel. You come in, create a name, leave an ugly comment, I remove you from making any more comments. Go out and get another name, come back in, make an ugly comment. That's the name of the game, guys. So with that being said, we'll talk to you later.